Dominic, share with us what's exciting in your world right now.
Just really honored to have a recurring role on NBC's hit show, Superstore. And it stars America Ferrera and Ben Feldman, and I play this blue-collar New Yorker. Really excited to be a part of it, and we start filming again in the first week of December. I do the 15th episode, so really looking forward. And then I'm doing a cross-country trip to Atlanta, Georgia. It's a film, it's a family film called Ernie and Serby, and I play a detective. It's about an angel who comes down from heaven in the form of a child as well as a dog. And it kind of leans towards just foster care and foster children, and it's a great spiritual film, and it's always nice for me to be a part of that just because I do all the crime dramas all the time, so it's really nice to kind of switch it up a little bit there. So
stepping out of your comfort zone, not out of your comfort zone, but in a different character role to show some more diversity, right?
I think one of the great things now is as I start to become a little bit more of a name, I think the most important thing is to just start playing myself. There's no question I love playing the tough guy, I love playing the mob guy, but also at the same time, people that know me personally, I'm really just a big teddy bear there, so it'll be nice to kind of shine some of that through on the big screen there, so really looking forward to it. Yeah.
Now with Superstore, how similar are you to your character or dissimilar in Superstore? Because you said you had a whole New York vibe going on in that whole thing, right?
I didn't grow up in Brooklyn. I grew up about 40 minutes north. It was a great town called Ossining, New York. And it wasn't too much of an accent. We were around some of those New Yorkers, but it really wasn't, you know.
You have to do that like, you know, New Yorkers say coffee, like you want some, yeah.
Yeah, you got to say coffee. Or sausage, you know, or chocolate. Yeah, now without I'm able to grab it easily just because I've been around those characters my whole life, but also at the same time I'm able to kind of stick it mainstream. I think you have to in this day and age. You know, if you're Russian, if you're Irish, if you come from the mainland, or if you come from a specific part of the country, I think you have to generalize as well. But so excited to be able to go to my bread and butter and play this this nice little blue collar role. The character's name is Lenny, and he works in the warehouse, and hopefully there'll be a lot of little fun bits they have for me. So. Yeah.
Now for social media, how do we find you and stay in touch with you? Give us all that we need.
Sure, just searching Dominic Pace, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Facebook. And always happy to reach out to people that have been so supportive, especially my hometown of Ossining, New York. All those people have just been amazing to me there, so yeah.
You know, Dominic, I know we don't have a lot of time. You want to go up and enjoy the festival and watch all these short films, but as an actor out there yourself, and there's so many young people and just people wanting to do some this work, if you had to give them 3 pieces of advice, what would you say to young upcoming actors today?
I think it would be one in particular, and that's really to stay true to yourself. I think, you know, the one thing that I always tell myself over the years is it's not a casting director's dream. It's not an agent's dream. It's not a manager's dream. It's your dream. And every day to kind of stay on top of it, I think what we do is we get so comfortable where we want to have people, you know, actors in so many ways, we're so self-conscious, right? And we want to get that validation. We want people to give us that love, but it's to be able to be your own boss and to be your own king. And by doing that, I think you are able to follow through with things a lot more thoroughly as opposed to sitting back and waiting for an agent. You can be with an agent for, say, a decade, and for all you know, you have no idea what they're doing. But right here, every single day is true, and you know that.
There's so many amazing actors out there, right? And everybody has like the one person they want to work with. Who would be the one actor you would want to work with that would just take you over the top and you'd be like, all right, that was it, that was it?
My childhood idol, I think, for so many Generation Xers is Harrison Ford. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's getting so politically correct, almost to a fault, to where, you know, these powerful men on screen have almost had to kind of water themselves down to not come off too intimidating or what have you. But the one thing I loved about Ford all through my childhood is he just controlled the screen, and he controlled, I mean, just every single moment, whether it was Indiana Jones or you know, you had all of the Tom Clancy novels, and of course the infamous Han Solo. I mean, you just can't go wrong with him, and obviously he would be somebody that I would just love to work with at some point. Yeah.
All right, Harrison, you guys hear that out there? The next one is Dominic Pace. Dominic, thank you so much. And again, to support New Filmmakers LA, we need professionals like you coming out to these filmmakers and uplifting them and giving them a voice and, you know, watching their shows.
Without question, absolutely. Like I said, I've come from a very humble background, and anytime that I could support fellow filmmakers who are taking it upon themselves. I just worked with a great director this weekend, Dina Freeberg, as well as Mike DeMille, who's the executive producer. And the same thing, it's just that mentality of getting it done yourself and not waiting for anybody else, and just to always encompass, you know, just surround myself around those kind of people. It's just been my bread and butter for so many years.
Yeah. We can't wait to see you again, and I'm sure we'll see you in many more carpets. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much, Joy. Thanks.